So did you miss not having that kind of internal rivalry when you were in afternoons? Because like you did get along better with certainly better with the morning show than when you were with the morning show and it was Mike in afternoons.
Yeah, I think, when you're at a radio station,
and I think also there was kind of the expectation that you were going to develop that rivalry with Boomer, and it just didn't really happen.
Yeah, I think people wanted Boomer and I to fight, verbally on the air. I think there were certain people that thought that'd be great radio, and that Boomer and I not getting along would be like, and by the way, it would have been must listen, right?
Yeah.
If two guys that sat next to each other for a decade suddenly turned on each other,
right,
it would have been awesome from a radio standpoint. But I think long-term health for his show, for my show, for the radio station is actually getting along, having fun with each other, promoting each other, making spot appearances on each other's show. I worked at a station in Philadelphia at WIP where the morning show and the afternoon show legitimately on and off the air hated each other. And that gets old after a while. So I'm sorry to disappoint everybody, but Boomer and I are still friends. We get along. And there was never a day when he wasn't rooting for me and I wasn't rooting for him.
And that was, of course, Spike Eskin's father that was involved in that.
That's correct. It was Howard Eskin and Angelo Cataldi.
And Spike Eskin is now the WFAN program director.
Yeah, and they were oil and water. And that, and witnessing it, firsthand, I was at WIP from 93 to 97. I had never seen that before. And there were moments when it was radio gold, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
But it gets to a point where I think listeners and viewers sometimes, like, they want to be in on the fun, right? And I think if you're getting along and interacting and busting chops in a good-natured way, I think that's the long game with the listeners. When if I hate the morning guy or vice versa, I think that also creates a divide amongst listeners where if I've got a diehard listener who loves me to death and I tell that listener, I hate the morning show, there's a good reason for that guy not to listen to it because I hate it. And that goes both ways. And I just think long-term, that doesn't make a lot of sense.
How is your relationship with Boomer Esiason now?
Good.
Still good.
Yeah.